Hi everyone, and welcome along to today's video. Today I'm going to be looking at flexi pipes. Show the sort of thing I mean here. That's these little kiddos, and how handy they actually are in plumbing today. If you've got plumbing that's out of sight as well, even better if you wanted to wind it through cupboards and bits and pieces like this. It's actually a lot easier than plastic pipe that still hasn't got that much bend in it, has it? Not like these, you know, they're called flexis for a reason, are they? They're flexi. So, what kind of use? Now, what I like, obviously, that would be the end to go on your copper pipe. This would be the end to go on your fitting. Now, what I like is, if I show you this tap, I mean, this is the general, that would go on the tap there. It has the washer and stuff inside, so there's no need to worry. Just do it up and that's going to be great. That one's your tap, and that one's your copper pipe. What else is really good about them is that you can extend these things by adding another flexi, but where they come in really handy is that if you use a coupling there in between, you can double the length of them. So here is a coupling. Okay, we'll take the nuts off it. Take the nut and olive off each end of it, and I'll show you what I mean, because the ends of these are the same as the tap. Okay, so we know that thread is going to fit on there like so. So we screw that on there. There's one end on there. We want to make our flexi longer. We join the other end on there, and now we've got whacking great long flexi, you know, and they're just really great items. We could make it even longer. No, I'm getting silly now. Okay, so the idea is these really help you out of a tricky situation, and if you don't mind them on show, you can add the little bit that connects to the toilet system, or if you've got them under a basin going up to your taps, you can tuck these well behind the back of the pedestal, or if they're in a cupboard, obviously it doesn't really matter in there. So you'll find these in use everywhere. So other people have said about these, well, you know, they're okay, but when you want to really bend them, you've got to be really careful. Obviously you don't want to crease them, so you can't put too strong a bend in them. So the other thing is that obviously if you want to bend, you don't want to go sort of too tight, otherwise that will crease if you really wanted to bend it in somewhere tight. But the other good thing then is, say it was a toilet system, you could use, excuse me, coming out of camera, one of these, a bench swivel, to go onto your toilet system valve. So you could take again the nut off of there and screw that on there, and then all of a sudden you haven't got to bend your flexi anymore. That goes straight on the towel and away you go, and you haven't got to bend it too much. You don't know sharp bends in a flexi. Once they've been creased, really is a case of throw them away, to be honest. Okay, if you're finding these with creases in them, change them. Not worth keeping. I've known those go if they've been mullered about, shall we say. You can get them with valves on them like that. I don't professionally like these valves. Isolation valves are nasty pieces of work. Once you turn them on off a few times and then forget about them for a year or two and go back to them, they're usually solid, or when you do turn them, they leak like sieves. Just the nature of them, you know. So I'm not getting on, but they are there all the same. So it will help you when you connect up, because you could leave that turned off while you connect the tap up and put the water on for a while. So they do help in that, and then turn it back on, and then put a proper full lever valve in front of it later on. There you go then. Great bit of kit these, if you want to get yourself out of trouble with jobs, make life a lot easier. I can't recommend them enough, they're fantastic. I just wish they'd been around a few years back when everything had to be bent by using a bending machine. It used to take ages to bend up shorts and sets, you know, like this kind of thing, up to the taps, and you had to get them dead right as well or they wouldn't fit. So what used to take probably an hour or two now takes 5 minutes with one of these. But that's progress, that's good progress. So that's about it. Just want to bring up the spec with the old flexes, where and when to use them. They are great. I say, all connecting up taps, ball cocks and things like that, or pieces where you can't get in cupboards and that, you want to get around items. Very useful. Okay, that's about it though. All my stuff, you know, to go usual place. Derek and 33. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.